Okay. Oh, okay. We got somebody coming in already. Well, I'm going to start off explaining what we're going to do today. I need to clean in here, and most importantly, Bob, what's going on, bro? Just showing snow. What do you mean? No snow here. What do you mean just showing snow? Yeah, type in, tell me what showing snow means. But until I find out what just showing snow means, I'm gonna keep going. If I need to come off and get back on, I will. But we're gonna take these out. I love the way these look, but they're just too hard to deal with, and everybody I know says it's not me. I may use these clamps, but we're taking these metal hoses out, and we're going to replace them. We're going back old school, but we're going to keep that look that we have of that metallic, and we're going with the braided cover. Pushing snow. Oh, you're pushing snow. Oh my goodness. Where are you again, Bob? So we're going with this kit we got from Summit, braided metal to go over the hoses. This is our heater hose. Buffalo. Oh my God. I know. You up there by Canada. So we got our heater hoses. We got to cut these to length. I think this is the top hose. Top hose, bottom hose, and we're gonna cover these up. So it looks like it's just me and my main man Bob. And Bob, I said we get started, man. It's me and you today. How you feel about that? Me and you in GM cars. I can do me and Bob. Bob's my main man. So Bob, I'm gonna start off. Look like we had somebody join us, Bob. I'm gonna start off just taking all this stuff off, looking at what I might keep. I love the way those things look, but they just are too hard to deal with. They leak, and I know if I try hard enough, I could find some rubber that will seal it. But yeah, the rubber is way less problems. You're right. So trying to air. I know this front can lift a little higher. All right, that's where I needed the front to lift to. So now we got the front off. I can turn the key. I got the front up. I can turn the key off. Bob, I did pull it out. Oh, we got a gang of folks in there. What's going on, everybody? Today, Bob and I have already started off. As much as I love this look, these are just too hard to keep from leaking. So I'm pulling these off today, and we're going back old school. But I'm not going to give up on my look altogether. I went and got this kit right here, and got it from Summit. Not that Summit doesn't support the channel or anything. This is just telling you where you can go get it. Because some of this stuff is not as easy to find. I thought I'd be able to go to O'Reilly's and get some hoses, and nah, no. So just so you don't get stuck, I try to let you know where I get stuff from, but no one endorses the channel, so I'm not pumping anybody up. Just giving it to you 100. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove our heater hoses, radiator hoses, top and bottom, and I think I'm giving up a little too easy, but I'm not gonna beat myself up. I still have them. If I want to come back and try them, I will. But I don't like starting this car with no fluid in it, and I'm really tired of doing it. and I keep putting this off to try to figure out how to get this to do what I need it to do. So we're gonna work together. Now these are real simple. These are just pretty casings, but it's just these inside of it. That's it. Uh, using I got both of my shorts because they're going to some are flathead, some are Phillips, so that's just where we're getting in. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Bob. Bob's got me. Yeah, bedded up. We're working on 64. I don't know if you guys seen the millions of videos of this car that's online. Trying to get this finished so we can start on our 62 rag. But got to get you a little bit of the blinds, a little blind action. Um, Beautiful interior, custom dash. I need a color bar right under there. Need a color bar. But yeah, 62. I mean 64. Impala Super Sport, real Super Sport. Um, we last week, Bob and that classic car guy and Dale and all of our other guys helped get our rear end done. We replaced our pinion seal. Well, today we are getting we're gonna get some at least some water in here, if not coolant, and let this engine run because it still hasn't been able to run. But I really hate, other than the fact that I think this kit cost me an arm and a leg, I really like the way it looks. And I hope I'm not giving up too early on it. But it's not like I'm throwing it in the garbage. Woo! I don't like that. Check that out. Not a fan. All this stuff is brand new, so this shouldn't be like this. So I don't know why. I don't know why it is like that. I don't know if something's kicking out of the motor, but I don't like that. This is what I'm talking about. All this stuff is brand new, so I'm not sure why that's like that. But we're gonna learn together. Let me see. Got to keep my eyes on chat. Where do you get? I got it online. Hotboxed. So I got it on eBay, and actually I got a couple of them. I got some. They're in black boxes. So are they over here? No. Are they up here? No. Oh, it's right here. I got another kit right here. That's the box that they came in, and I ended up buying two. I don't know why I bought two, but they're a fly. I love the way they look, and you just cut them with your grinder blade. You just cut them, smooth them out, and they look great. But getting them not to leak, I know guys who have been doing race cars for 40 years say they have trouble with them. But you can find them online. Show your engraved trim. Oh, okay. Let me cut the lights on so you guys can see. Oh, okay. If Bob says it, I got to do it because Bob is the boss. And we love Bob on this channel. So we do what Bob tells us. Rear view, side, door handle. Oh, grill. And I think that's all the ingredient. Oh, antenna base. And nope, man. Every time I think it's over, and my light bezels, rear light bezels. I wanted to touch it up around the car. I didn't want to go nuts. Just like with the gold, I put a bit here, a bit there, a bit here, but it's systematic throughout the car. But now you guys tell me this. Looking at the car, this is the back of the Continental kit, and that's going to have the gold V and the gold Chevrolet. Then you come to the front, to the side, you got the gold Impala, the gold top antenna base, got the gold knuckle guard, got the gold locks, which you got the gold door handle, gold hinges, gold hooks, gold motor flags, gold half moons, gold Chevrolet. I was told to get the gold bumper guards, and that finished the car out. Do you guys think it needs gold bumper guards? Let me know. All right. So, while you guys are thinking about the gold bumper guards, I will be back here. If you're going to do this, go ahead and have long and short screwdrivers. So, none of this is holding you up. You see how I switch right into it? All right. Okay, some of these ain't been off in years. So, yeah, it's taking me about 7 years to do this car. So even though all this stuff is new, some of this stuff has been in place and not budged in years. Once I get this piece off, I'm going to come back and see if we got any comments. Make sure you guys are hitting that alert button so you can see when I'm on. We can build our cars together. But once I get this off, I want to show you something. Son of a gun, that's on there. Do we got any comments? Oh, we need more likes. We definitely need more likes. Come on, guys. We got 22 people in here and 3 likes. Obviously, we're taking these off. Now, these small hoses go here and here. No, that's not true. Our top hose, this hose, goes here to here. This is your thermostat. Here to here. And this one runs, and then the bottom of your radiator goes to your water pump right here. Um, this one, look at that, goes from your heater coil back there, top of your motor, and the other one goes down here. And I'm taking this off to see if I can still use it. It's just this piece right here. And I want to see if I can use, because I actually like these. I want to see if I can use them with this, because, oh, I'm so dumb. Look, I was wondering, you got the piece right here, but I was like, okay, what goes on the other end? But here they are over here. Why did I go with black tips? Because I got the black, white, chrome, and Chevy red, right? And remember, we're going to put Chevy red in these spaces. So it's going to be Chevy red and white, black, white, chrome, Chevy red. So the black tips should help us work with the chrome. So that's the plan. Now remember, we're gonna paint up all of this. None of this scratch up stuff. None of that's gonna happen. We're gonna have it with those small art brushes. I'm gonna show it to you. This is how meticulous we have to be with this. And this is even on the bottom of the car. We're gonna do it. We're gonna be touching up with these brushes. So yes, we're gonna get so meticulous that we're gonna be like that. And then the motor. Like that. Like that. All that little stuff will not be there. Now, does that suck? You bet. But you know what else sucks? I got 44 people in here and 3 likes. What part of the game is that? Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. The channel's really growing. I didn't realize how much you guys would value actually seeing the work being done. Once I started making it where I'm doing the work live, and we get to talk about your cars, my cars. You guys get to ask me questions. The channel is really done well. So I'm going to try to give you what you want. And if I can get this thing off, I would have what I want. Okay. If this thing is so tight, why is it freaking leaking? This is a pain in the derriere. All right. All right, I gotta loosen that up some more. Okay, it's not this. It is truly the rubber. And apparently, I had trouble getting this off before because the rubber is torn. Let me make sure we don't have any questions. No, still on. We need more lights. Okay, I always check to see what you guys' questions are because you guys are an amazing part of this channel. So if you have any questions, it's the point of what this channel is for. I'm going to have to put some WD-40 on this. I'm going to show you what's giving me a problem. This metal piece it's plastic under here, it's rubber under here. and it is snug on there. But my question is, if it was so snug, maybe this wasn't leaking. Maybe it was leaking from here because the rubber's torn right here. But I got to get this off. So that's what's bugging me. So where are we going? And all of this stuff is not know-how. It's really figuring it out. So if you guys like puzzles, this is a great puzzle. It's a huge puzzle. And you got to figure out what tools to use, where things go, where things don't go. I'm going to try to. You want to pry things as. That's the exception and not the rule. The WD-40 did the trick though. So you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Sometimes you pry. Sometimes you get pried. Oh, wow, that slipped back on. Okay, that wasn't good. And it's really not good trying to do this with one hand. I guess I should go get our cameraman. I don't think... Oh, he has school today. By the way, my son, I'm extremely proud of, who serves as our cameraman sometimes, is actually completing his doctoral program in history. So when it's time for school, I leave him alone. But that's a bad young man. He's a good guy too. Anybody on here have kids? Back to work. Oh, back to work. Let's get that snow shovel, my brother. Mr. Bob is out. I'm going to have to put this down so I can get this off because it's sliding off and back on. So I'm going to put you guys over here. You know what I'm doing, so you don't have to see it exactly. But I need two hands because I think if I pry and pull at the same time, we're going to get what we need. Yeah. And here we go. Got it off. So this is what we were taking off. Somehow this tore. So I must have been trying to take it off before and maybe took some needle nose pliers and pulled it. But these I'm trying to keep. Maybe I can use these. These are a booger to get at. These are a real booger to get at. And that's really the only reason why I went live, because I would have done this stuff up front and quit. But you guys like get me motivated. I don't want to quit in front of you. We got 52 people in here and 3 likes. What part of the game is that? Come on, help a brother out. Give me some likes. Now, even you think this one sucks to get to? Oh my God, look at this one. Look at that one up under it. I got to get to that. And then I got to go back to put it on. So my wire harness is running that way. It may be easier if I take that, but I can probably just pull that out of the way. But the smarter thing may just be to unhook it and pull it up here, and then it'll be out of the way. But before I go through that heartache and headache, We're gonna go ahead and remove this bottom. Now, I don't know if that bottom one is leaking. Here's the problem. With the kit, they only give you a cover for the top piece because they say most people don't see this. But you know how we do on our car. We don't care if folks don't see it. We got it right in case we do it right because we see it. So I wouldn't want to just have the top braided and not the bottom. But I'm gonna worry about that another day because if I had this metal and the rest was rubber, it would still look bad. So we're gonna take it off now. And I'm just gonna have you guys up here so I don't have to try to do it with one hand. But what I will do is try to do it fast, and you're not just looking at me leaning over in the car. Now, these switched for whatever reason. Oh, okay, I know why. I had to make connections for this. The connections that came in the kit weren't the right size, so I had to make connections for them. So these belts are aftermarket. All right. So getting it a loose. It's a loose from the water pump. Next, we're gonna loosen it up from the radiator. Gotta use the short one. Oh, we got water coming out. So, check this out. I thought all the water was out. So, I got one or two choices. I can get a receptacle. Remember, this is our rear end fluid. Yes, I'm about to make a mess for those of you thinking that because we all know oil and water does not mix. But it's going to mix here in Bolt-On Car Restoration's garage. It's definitely going to mix. So let me go ahead and get that off and see what a mess we can make. All right. But it's just water though. Oh, not good. I don't like this. Oh, okay. So obviously there's a lot more water in this motor than I thought was in it. Okay, for something that was leaking left, right, and center, this sucker sure don't want to come off. And really, you guys don't need to see this. All I'm doing is just unscrewing the little belt, the clamps. I'm sure my frustration is okay. Son of a gun. There was a lot of water in there. But I'll show you something that's cool. What is this saying? Hi. Amir, what's going on? The angle my garage sits at allows the water just to run out, so that's cool. And it's just water, so not a bad thing. I am gonna flush the radiator, even though it's a brand new radiator. Um, I just want to make sure everything's clean. But as you see, that's where all your water's coming from, the bottom. Now, if I weren't a moron, I would had unscrewed this. Where that you see that black piece with the ears on it? If I would have unscrewed that, all the water would have run out. That's what that's for. But did I do it? No. Because from Malaysia. All right. What are you driving in Malaysia, Amir? Who is this? Hello. I'm here making a mess.
How are you?
Me and my online friends.
Oh my goodness!
You've never seen this car?
Did you? I seen the car. I didn't see the engine.
Oh, yeah. I'm changing out the hoses. I can't stop these from leaking. And it's because I'm a moron, not because it's impossible. But these are very hard to work with. So I'm going back old school, but I'm going to cover them with this so it'll still have that chrome look. And I can fill it up because now it's time to test drive it.
Yeah.
And we have a very unique problem. We can go forward real good.
Can't go back.
Just can't go back. So if you come back and the car is going that way, that means I drove and kept going forward and drove and put it in there because I can't back it up.
Yeah.
But my online friends are always helping me out or laughing at me, one or the other. Probably a little bit of both.
Both, right? That was like both. Let's see what this is.
All right, so now we got to do the sucky part. Well, before we do the sucky part, let's get John R. What is up? A proton saga. I got to look up a proton saga. I'm not sure what a proton saga looks like, but I'm feeling you. I want to check it out. And go to the community page and post a picture of your car. Let me see what your guys' rides are looking like around the world. We got to get this off. And obviously, the belt is off. But the rubber wants to stay in play. So we're going to hit it with some WD-40 and try to get it off. But yeah, Mears, post a picture on the community page of what a proton saga looks like. I'm interested. All right. So we hit it with the WD. Now you guys are saying, why do you keep walking back and forth when you could just leave the WD-40 over there? You want to keep your things in as good a order as you can. Now I know to you guys this looks like a mess, and it is. But I have amassed so many tools and so much equipment. I have to keep it as orderly as possible. And I try not to have stuff out of place, and I try not to be tripping over things, because you knock something over and it hits your car, you just defeated the purpose and created more work for yourself. So if I'm doing something I know I'm going to need the pieces for a long time, of course I keep it with me. But if it's just a lick and a promise, I try to put stuff back as much as I can. I don't know why this is so hard to get off. I truly don't. But I know how I'm going to get it off. But all this stuff is in here painted, and I don't want to scratch it up trying to get it off. Ah, there we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. See, these water pumps are metal. And if you let these sit too long, it'll rust. I don't like that. I got to figure out. I got to get a better plan. I don't like that. I don't want to go with the new water pump because I like having the water pump that comes with the car. But that is something I got to figure out. Uh, Custom radiator. No, it's not a custom radiator. It's not a custom radiator actually. It is a new radiator and it is polished. But instead of having that big fan right here that always looked dangerous, even when I was a kid, that big metal fan. Where is it? Oh, I got my garage doors up so you can't see it. I put in the modern fans that cut on electrically, connected to the thermometer. So when this gets hot, it communicates. There's a wire goes all the way around to these, and it tells these fans when to cut on, and it just cools it, which is why this used to spin right here. But that always looked dangerous to me. I never liked that. Thanks for those likes, guys. So that's what that is. But we have uh, our radiator hoses off here, here. We have these two ends of our heater coils off, heater cords off. We got to take those off the end, but these ends are free, right? I don't know why this thing keeps. So these two are off. So now we got to get the back of the motor. Oh, this is gonna suck. So, hang out with me, guys. Any questions? What's going on? You guys aren't talking to me. I love for you guys to watch, but I love to talk to you even more. So, hit me up with some comments, and we can talk about cars. As I'm frustrating myself trying to get these flipping things off. Okay. Trying to figure out how, if I reach this way, I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, that could have been worse. But to me, that tells me it wasn't on good enough. That's all that tells me. I can fool myself only so much. Oh, you know what? I remember. I'll explain. Woo, this is a booger. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Whew. Let me check to see if we got any comments. Anybody talking to me? Man, you guys don't love me. What part of the game is this? I'm gonna get this back piece off, and then we can talk about it. This is actually not difficult. It's more awkward than difficult. My wire harness is in the way, and I really can't see what I'm trying to unscrew. And I can't turn it. I just got to find the right angle. All right. Here's what the problem is. It's tight like this. I need to turn it like this so I can get the screwdriver on it. But it's tight. So I'm going to have to take this flathead, push it down to where it turns, and then put the Phillips and unscrew it. Probably if I spray some WD-40 around here, that'll loosen it up to allow it just to turn, and then I can unscrew it. So that's what I'm doing. So when you're seeing me under there, you know. So now this is the third time I'm going to get the WD-40. It would have been smarter just to leave it right here. I'm an idiot. Now watch. As soon as I leave this WD-40 here, I'm not going to need it anymore. That's not going to work. Oh, not from that angle anyway. Mommy, did you see the cruiser skirts on? I saw.
Yes, baby. Baby. You in that car. It's the same. Yes, baby. I seen the cruiser skirts on. All that stuff.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I want to see that damn boy driving down the.
Yeah, you keep moving the goalposts. You said first it just had.
Oh, no, yeah, that's been years ago.
Oh, is she finally getting that too?
I know. I need to just put a little puppy.
All right. Can we push it? Oh, duh. Just turn the hose. Okay. Now don't scratch up. Scratch up as little as possible with this metal stuff. All right. Are Are you kidding me? Woo. What this goes between, this head is too big for. So I gotta get this off so I don't scratch up a bunch of stuff trying to get it off. Definitely don't want this metal to hit the battery. All right, there we go. Bingo. All right. We got these beautiful, expensive this set, this kit that I am not going to use. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. On our 62 Impala ragtop, we're going to come back to these and we're going to try these again. So we're going to box these up and we're going to try these again. This is where those pieces hooked up. This top and this bottom. You see, this top one is bigger. The top hose is bigger than the bottom hose. So that means .625 and 750. This is the top hose. This is the bottom hose. Now I guess there's some directions in here, but if I had to guess, this is the top hose and this is the bottom hose because this slides over this slides over this, and they don't give you one of these for this one because that one goes how does it go? No, this is top piece. No. How does this go? Oh, like this. I may have to cut it, but it goes like that. Cut it, turn it, it'll fit. But, that looks a little fugazi. Looks like something's not right about that. This top one, AC Delco brand, by the way. Is it this? Hold up. There is no shame in not knowing or forgetting anything in this process. So this is the bottom one. See that? And they're saying your connection. Well, here's the deal. My wife said she wants me to start using the AI glasses. So I'm not trying to hold it with one hand, but you have to pick a either you're going to be horizontal or vertical. And with me trying to do it with one hand, if I change the position, trying to hold it while I'm putting something in, it'll start to go vertical. So that's what the connection problem is. Because you notice while I'm talking now, there are no connection problems. But, okay, this is the bottom, obviously. And so the top is this one. But I just noticed a major problem. This is a custom. This is a aftermarket. This is an aftermarket radiator. Dang. So this is going to take some doing because I'm lost. I'm lost. This is not fitting right. This is cool. I got this. I see how I can work this. Hmm. Hmm. If I can do every one other than that one, I'm good with that. So, um, how we can just get started. I mean, there's nothing to it but to do it. We already know our tricks with um, razor blades. We keep those all around the garage, and make sure you don't cut yourself or your hose. But these hoses are so thick, you're not gonna cut through them. Like I said, this is a booger to do with one hand. All right. I'm gonna set you guys down. They wrapped this thing up like it was a Hope Diamond. All right. This is our bigger hose. I hope you guys can see that. I don't know what you all were seeing while I was standing there. Now, first thing you want to do is make sure it's long enough. It's gonna go from, I'm sticking it on that metal tip that I said this shows you the top is bigger. I stuck it on there. Now, here is a rookie mistake. If I just run straight to here, that's not the length I need it to be. If I put it under here and put it there, I don't want this running over my motor like that. Now, it probably would not be that much of a problem if I did do it that way. But I would rather avoid this belt come under through here and go straight to this, and it's nowhere near any belt. Even if I cut it down through here and hooked it onto this bracket, it I don't like being near the belts at all. Now, the gas line, look at this. How I did this in that black thread. I can redo it because that's what this is. You think under is better? I do too, Rob. I mean Robin. Yeah, I think we're gonna go under. But that's why you don't get in here and cut this thing. You make sure you run it every way you want to run it and make sure it works. So you measure 10 times, cut once. So, what do we have to worry about running under? Our manifold. This gets hot. So we're going to need enough space or enough holes to run it way over here. Even if I got to tie it to something, because it will melt whatever's right here. The metal is going to help. The metal covering over this is going to help. But we do not want this getting hot and melting. So when you go under here, you don't want to measure it too tight because all of this gets really hot. Now, what's helping us is the bracket that holds the air conditioning motor. We can go around that, and that kind of keeps us away from the manifold. So all right. So I'm going to go up under. This is a ground wire for my choke. So not necessarily important. In fact, I don't necessarily need it, but I'm gonna leave that in place. And it pulled out. Okay. That's cool. Now, does it have to be perfect right now? No. Because we haven't even put the braided edge on it. So we're not tripping. But we just want a really, really good idea of what we're working with and how much hose we're gonna need before we cut it. All right. Show you guys something. I would love to pop this off and hide this under here. So it kind of runs like this does down here and you don't see this come across the top. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to do that. Look at this. And I don't even like these wires right here. So I got to tie everything back off of that manifold. See that? Because if I run it under, it's going to touch. It has the possibility of touching it. Once you cut that motor on, everything starts vibrating. You don't know what's going to happen. So we're going under. We're going. See, hooked in the back. Uh-oh. Somebody's going to tell me my connection's bad. We're hooked in the back. Going around the bracket for the AC motor. And we're coming up here. And we're going to cut somewhere here. All right. And then it goes on to this tip. So we're actually going to leave that. We're obviously not going to finish this today. But that's in place. We have an idea. So that's a 5 foot. They sell it in, I think 5, 10, and 15 feet. And you're going to have to cut them. But let me see. Is that a big block? No, small block, Edward. Is that a Ford? No! Chevy! Leon, Orlando. I need to get back down to Florida. I used to live in, I went to law school in Jacksonville, Florida. Yes. 1964 Chevy Impala Super Sport with a custom Continental kit, custom cruiser skirts, handmade. Actually, you can see the videos how we made them on this channel. Thank you, Leon. Look at this. As much money as I have in this car, this is what I want everybody to see. I'm goofy. I really am. I got my Felix the cat. Now, why do these old Chevys have, because Chevy symbols on there? Why is Felix the cat on these old Chevys? In LA, there is a dealership, Felix Chevrolet, and they paid for the right to use the cartoon character Felix the cat as their mascot. God, maybe in the 40s or 50s, and that has become a stickler for LA car guys that have Chevys. So you'll see Felix the cat everywhere. So that's why you see I got the Felix the cat heads. I'm getting my license plate cover. Um, that bolts on back here, and that'll be Felix the cat. And oh, license plate cover up here. Now, a buddy of mine is from South Central. In fact, the guy is like my mentor. He taught me how to do this. He's like, you got to get the actual cover from Felix Chevrolet. I'm not doing all that. I'm getting it online. If it say Felix, that's what it's going to be. He doesn't put it on his car if it doesn't come from that dealership. When I was 18 years old, my older brother bought me a 1971. Oh, okay, Chevy Impala. But my dad had I think an 80. But yeah, I'm an Impala guy. I got to. The next one we're gonna do, we're cutting the top off of a 62. Me and you both. I sold a 1974 Delta 88 convertible, sky blue body, white top, white vinyl interior. I wish I would have kept that. I sold it during the pandemic. I only drove the car only when I was in Indiana. And so that was probably like 2 or 3 times a year because I didn't have my businesses there. But actually, I know where the car is and I could probably go back and buy it. And I may. You got me thinking, wow. Felix, a wonderful, wonderful cat. He reaches into his bag of tricks. Yes. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. Whenever he gets into a fix, he reaches into his bag of tricks. Oh, you just dated yourself if you know that song, Edward. You got to be my age. You got to be up there with me. But yes, so we're working on Chevys right now. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's gonna be a treat when we do this 62. Because what we're doing is we have a really, really rusted out 62 Impala. And we have a rusty 62 Biscayne in hardtop. We're gonna a sedan. We're gonna cut the top off of the sedan, cut the package tray out. We're gonna cut the 62 sedan, the Biscayne. We're gonna cut it here. No, it's not a Biscayne. It's a Bel Air. We're gonna cut it here and weld the convertible piece onto here. And we're gonna cut the package tray. This is a package tray. We're cutting that out, and we're putting it in the bucket for the convertible top. And we're gonna make that a convertible. So that's gonna be sick. You guys are gonna love that. But let's run this other. I'm gonna run this other pose. Now be careful taking these out because they can unravel and pop you. You don't want to get popped. Okay, so this is our smaller hose. Slightly smaller, but smaller. Um, hmm. I already see us having a problem. We're gonna have to go under on this manifold. I can't even see how many likes we do or don't have because I got big words on my phone. But we got 45 people in here. Let's get the lights up. And make sure you hit the alarm, that alarm bell, so you know when we're on. I'm going to show you guys something I already see as a problem. But as I see the problem, I see the fix. So it's not a big deal. Other than the fact I can't see where I'm going. That is a big deal. Bingo! All right. Huh. Huh. All right. I got you. I'm seeing a few issues, but I'm also seeing the answers. Problems are not the biggest issue. Not having answers for the problems is. All right. Why are these wires here? Okay. Cool. Alrighty then. Now, here we go. Remember we were talking about the manifold, right? And how hot it is, which is why we didn't want to go up under. We got one or two choices. You see how the bottom has to go down there? We can tie the bottom to the top and it stays away from the manifold. Or we can run this, we can move this. Let's pop this off. This crap is so hard to do with one hand. All right, we're going to pop this off. We're going to run this under. And we can do the same thing. And we can, as long as these are held together, if we go up under or over, it doesn't matter. It's going to stay away from there. But holding them together is not enough. Something has to hold it together and over. So we can fashion something to loop around something to keep it back here. And all of these wires that we don't want to touch, we can put them all in this little gathering. And it's keeping everything, see, we're keeping everything off that manifold. So you're not just hooking stuff up, you're thinking while you're doing it. Is this going to be okay if I put it here? And you notice that hooks around, that goes here. So we would be cutting this somewhere in here. Bing, that goes there. So we got, this is called mocking it up. It's not in place. We're making sure that we have everything. We're making sure we know how it goes. And we've already identified that this is a problema. Let's see if we can muscle with this. Let's play with it. Because it might just be, it might be the Indian and not the arrow. Meaning, it may be my brain that's the problem. All right. It's a little hard getting this on. What I'm trying to see is if this goes all the way down, can I just bend this around? But I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. And I'm asking myself, is this why
Turtle. You still
I
talking
went
to?
with these in the first place?
You still
What?
lying?
Yeah, I'm explaining that the thing.
Oh, hello everybody.
It ain't working.
What? Oh, it didn't work.
Well, when you're doing a resto mod, some of the modifications don't align up with the classic pieces. So that just means more modification. So I'm trying to figure out. It's only one piece though. Everything else is good. So that's why I get paid the big money.
Yeah. Here you
All right.
It's that outfit. It's the outfit with me. That's what. But,
All right. So this being said, this is probably where we're going to tap out and come back tomorrow or early tomorrow. Yeah, early tomorrow morning. Because I just wanted to get these pieces off. What is wrong with my wife? Look at her. Look at this genius. Um, Success is getting these off. We got to find something to box these up in because we're going to bring these back to the 62. I got a lot of pieces for the 62. We got obviously this. It's gonna the 62 is gonna be an automatic. There's the transmission. I have a three. I got a 327 right here. I got a 327. I got carburetors, mufflers, mufflers. I have carburetors. I have I got tires to roll it around. Somewhere back there is the back end behind this Christmas tree. I hope there should be the back end of an exhaust. Oh, here it is. See that? And it's behind there. But that's the exhaust. I'll show you where that goes. So I really have half of the exhaust because I'm more than likely going to run a full exhaust on that car. We didn't on this one. Oh, dear. Okay. On this one, we ran from the front, glass pack mufflers, and we stopped it right at the back tire and tilted our tips down. So all of the rest of that exhaust I have. So we're just going to use that on the 62. But love how this turned out. And we had never done one, so we all of us struggled together trying to figure out how to do this. And you guys helped me figure it out. And it came out really, really neat. Try to give you an angle so you can see it. Of course, there goes my somebody gonna tell me, oh, you got bad connection. Okay. Oh. I gotta show you guys how well we did on the rear end. This sucker is low, man. But that's all right. How can I get to the rear end for you guys to see it? This car shouldn't be this low. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can lift the back up. Ah, shoot. I knelt on something hard. Let me see if I can lift it back up. Yes. Okay. We got a couple inches out of that. All right, now we can see it. This was leaking from the front. And as you can see, it's not leaking anymore. That's where we spilled a whole bunch of stuff trying to put it in there. But now it's not leaking. It was leaking right at the yoke. We took the yoke off. We disconnected the drive shaft, which is red. That is real simple, guys. It's just two U-bolts, four nuts, pops right off, slides to the side. Then to take the yoke off, all you have to do is the nut. You keep the yoke from spinning. Take the nut off. Take the washer off. Yoke just slides straight out. The yoke is on the end of the pinion. What was leaking was the pinion flange, and we just pried that off with the screwdriver. We bought a seal remover. Just use a screwdriver. The cast iron is too hard. It's not going to scratch anything. It'll just scratch up the paint. We're going to touch up the paint just like we talked about earlier. But got it off, got it together, got it installed. Bing, bing, bing. I was going to pay somebody to do that. They didn't show up. Had to do it myself. Glad I didn't. So, oh, and this is something I was looking for. I dropped my, this is a piece to my tripod, which is why I'm holding the camera. I'm going to try to crazy glue that back on. Oh my goodness. Trying to get up and down is rough. So here's the car all the way up. Oh, wait a minute. This car all the way up. Did a good video on how to clean your Daytons without polish. Look at that. I had these Daytons about 7 years. Beautiful, right? Shining. No polish. Go to Walmart. Zero grit. Steel wool. Wipe it off after you rub it down. Just rub it down. This is how you clean all chrome. Your side chrome, your bumpers. Just use that zero grit, fine steel wool. Do not use SOS pads. Whole different game. The reason why you don't want to use a lot of polishes, they leave some type of film and they attract, they're sticky for dirt and stuff. So as you don't know what kind of chemical it is and anything can happen. So that's why you want to watch that. After we get these hoses in place, we are going to come back to the trunk. We're going to carpet it. We're going to install the lights. The lights go along here, under there, tucked in there, and they're going to shine out under these little pieces. These pieces are going to get upholstered and cover that up. Got a piece to install for the Continental kit onto the deck lid that clips onto this. And then we touch up paint for the little spots that's gotten dinged over time. Touch up paint, sand it down, re-clear the whole car. And then while we're clearing the top, we're going to tape off the rest of the car. We're going to put a gold pearl just on the top. And I'm thinking I might gold pearl this. The back of the Continental kit. And we'll be done. This will be ready to go to Indiana and go into storage. And then we'll bring the 62 down. So, I'm trying to think if I should let you guys go and pack everything up, or if I should let you see me pack everything up so you'll know how to keep your stuff in order. Always try to keep you some boxes. Some of those boxes are empty. Most of them are not. But these boxes are generally. I know this box is. And this one, nope, this one's full. So, you know what I'm going to do? Because we're not finished, but this is still in the way. I'm gonna take these connectors off to see which we like better, because if we got a choice, we might as well use a choice. But I'll put the hoses up. So that being the case, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Um, this channel is not monetized, so there's no super chats and all that stuff. This is just a bunch of regular car people working in their regular garages, making cars with irregular results. I always heard people talking about when I was coming up in the car game, everybody wants to get to the level of a six-figure car. And they did cars for years before they could do a car that was six figures. And for different reasons, I think most of the time it's just attention to detail and sense of excellence. It's not where you do the car. I know guys that do $100,000 cars in driveways in LA, paint them, body work, whole thing. Outside. And I painted this car, did the body work in a regular house garage, and got bugs in the paint, and you'll sand them out. You learn how to fix it. It's all good. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Make sure that you hit that alarm button and be looking for me. I know we're all over the world. We're all spread out. I'll probably be on around 2:30 tomorrow morning, because I'll be writing at the library until about 2 a.m. I should be home about 2:30, and if I'm not sleepy, I'm gonna come back on and at least try to get these back connectors on and the sleeves onto these two hoses. If I can just get that done, I'm cool. This is going to be the last thing because I got to figure this out. This one should be relatively easy. So, that being said, you guys have a wonderful day, and make sure you subscribe. Take it easy.